Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the long-awaited birth story that everyone has been waiting for. Never mind how I look. I was like, I'm not gonna now do myself up, but you guys know I always come on here looking like crap, so it's nothing new. But I recently just took out my braids. I must still like unplait because they I must still unplait a lot and wash my hair, but I will make a separate video when I do my wash day if I have time even. But yeah, firstly, I have a new phone. I have an iPhone 12 that was bought by Janico as a push present, and he also gave me like a cute mirror, like a light up mirror with Nyola's ultrasound on it. So that was super cute. He is super cute. But yeah, let's get into what you guys have been wanting to see. I'm taking this opportunity to do it because my Nunu is sleeping. She's like just there, and yeah. Firstly, let me start. So I went to my 38-week appointment. I went for all my appointments at Kleinvlei Clinic, so I'm sure a lot of people saw me there already. And it was my last appointment, so I went, did the normal things, you know. They check my blood pressure, they check my urine, they check my weight and all of that, you know, my sugar. So then this lady that normally does my thing, she messaged, she found the midwife. I don't know if you call her midwife or sister or whatever, and she's like, sorry, this patient Paula, her blood pressure is too high, and it's her last week, and she's showing a lot of signs of preeclampsia. So normally, like at the clinic, you wait a pretty long time to get helped, you know, and a long process, but then they send me straight to the system. So then the sister's like, nee Paula, jou bloeddruk is baie hoog, vrou, ons gaan moet vir jou insien. And like the appointment before that, she told me that Nyola also was measuring above the percentile that she was supposed to be, like the measuring thingy, she was above that. So she said, if you come again and Nyola is still above that, we're gonna have to send you into the hospital. Oh girl, we're gonna have to send you to the hospital. And initially I was supposed to go cram at Makasa, and during my whole pregnancy I was not a risk. I had no high blood pressure problems. The only issues I had during my pregnancy was the fact that there was always protein in my urine. There was always like infections, and I have like a long line history of UTIs, constant UTIs and stuff because of like childhood related issues. So yeah, that was the only issue I had during pregnancy. So now I was like surprised, like, why in this last 2 weeks of me still needing to be pregnant do I now still have high blood? So she's like, nee, ons gaan nog vir jou triple H to see, which is where you see people when they are high risk and when they are before the time. So she tell me, nee girl, gaan pak jou hospital sak en kry jou goedjies saam and Uber to triple H so you can get admitted because you need to get this child out. Then me and Janika, we head off to Triple H with our bags and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh chill, because I actually did want Nyola to come early, you know. And I didn't even feel any problems with myself regarding the high blood pressure. The only thing that I had was excessive swelling. I was swelling in my hands, in my face, and my feet was extremely swollen. But they said it's a normal thing, when really it's actually a sign of preeclampsia, you know. And I had headaches, so that was also a sign of preeclampsia. Anyways, we get to Triple H, and I have to wait. And Janika obviously can't be with me, so I was alone constantly. I wait. Then later they assign me to a bed. They tell me undress. Actually, I have a video of me getting undressed in the bathroom. I'll just put it here. And I was like so excited. Oh, my baby's gonna come and this. Yeah, they say they also can't help me because they were like monitoring my blood pressure. They're like, no girl, your blood pressure is like for pay. Ons kan nie vir jou help nie. We're gonna send you to Tigerberg. And then they booked me an ambulance, and then me and Janika were off to Tigerberg. I'm telling this so fast now, but it didn't happen as fast. Like, it was like a lot of waiting, a lot of laying. And Janika, like, he was also just so patient. Like, he had to be alone for a lot of hours, just waiting, not knowing what's happening and all that, because my phone was flat also. Nevertheless, we get into the ambulance, and we get into the ambulance to go to Tigerberg. And we arrive at Tigerberg, constant waiting there. Also, I was waiting with some mummies. Obviously I was already dressed from Triple H in my gown thingy, so I didn't have to get dressed there and anything. And then they checked my blood. They also said, nah, it's very high, all of this. Then they obviously must now can't immediately, and I assumed that was gonna happen. I thought I'm gonna get to Tigerberg, they're gonna do a C-section, and my Nyola's gonna come out and everything was gonna be done. Nee girl, they were like, no, we need to first see if you can give normal birth all this, and I actually don't like the fact that they had to do that. They could have just given me my C-section. And like, I don't know. Anyway, so they had to induce me. So inducing you basically is where they force your labor, like they forcing you to go into labor. So they inserted this bulb, it's like a balloon thingy in me. And you know, I've never been to doctors, hospitals and stuff like that, but I was being really strong. I was constantly asking the doctors, like, am I doing well? Am I taking the pain well? And they're like, nee pala Jay by a stick. They inserted the scar tear thingy where so that I don't have to go to the bathroom. Then I just pee. When I pee, it just falls into the sucky thingy. They inserted that. I took it very well. They checked my cervix. I took it very well, and that stuff is very painful, guys. So I assumed, oh, if I can take this, then I can take labor. It's gonna be okay. And then they also did the IV thing where they insert this, they pull blood and all this. I took it very, very well. The bulb inserting also, I took it very, very well. So the doctor said, okay, we're inserting this bulb, and it's supposed to fall out, and it's supposed to make you dilate till a certain point, and it's supposed to soften your cervix. And I was like, okay, cool. So my thing didn't fall out. The next day, I came there Tuesday. The next day at 10 o'clock, they had to take it out because it was 24 hours and it didn't fall out itself. They take it out. The doctor broke my water. It's like, how can I rate that? He put his fingers in, he maneuver and prick, and he inserted another thing to break the water, and then I just felt a whole warm gush falling. One day I wasn't in pain before this, all this. After the water breaking situation, the pain started and stuff, and that was now the Wednesday past 10. And I was in pain. The whole Thursday I was in pain. And they were checking me all the time. They check how much am I dilating and all that. This girl, I'm not dilating. It's like 1 centimeter through from that Wednesday till the Thursday morning. I only dilated 1 centimeter. And then they were like, no girl, you're progressing too slow and your blood pressure is still too high. And then they're like, no, we're gonna schedule you a C-section. And then they also checked where Nayola is. Nayola was too high, like her head was too high. She wasn't coming down, she wasn't dropping. They were like, no, we need to give you a C-section. And then the Thursday, the 7 o'clock Thursday, mind you, I was in the labor pains, the contractions was coming, everything was coming, the pain was hitting, and it was unbearable. I thought I could take it, I couldn't take it at all. And mind you, Janika was still at the hospital. He didn't see me at all. He don't know how I am and all of this. Anyways, they sent me to this other room, and then they were monitoring me. Nayola was fine constantly, but I was just the one like going through it, pain wise and all of this. And I'm like, why are you guys letting me go through? Why did you let me go through all that pain, putting in this bulb and all of this? If you guys should have just given me my C-section because I had preeclampsia. But maybe that's the procedure that they had to follow. Nevertheless, they tell me 7 o'clock that no, I'm gonna get the C-section today and all this. Yara, Nayola only came out 2-3. They told me 7 o'clock I'm gonna get a C-section. I was so frustrated, I was crying. Janika came in, I told him, why isn't these people helping me? Why aren't they paying attention to me? Why aren't they explaining to me why am I not going into the theater yet? And I'm in pain. Like, make the pain stop, because I'm not gonna give normal birth anymore, but I'm still contracting, I'm still going through all of this and all of that. And then I was very, very upset. Like, I was upset, I was crying, the pain was unfreaking bearable. Then past 2, they send me to the theater. They do the epidural and all this, and they must now numb me from my waist down and all this. That was also not that painful compared to the contraction. The contractions was 10 out of 10 painful compared to everything else that I had to endure, like cervical checks and stuff like that. And I was just like, nah. And then now they cut me 7 layers deep. Janika was there, you know, he was sitting there, and then we heard Nayola cry, and she came out. And they said it's a girl, and obviously I know it's a girl. And then I was crying, I was like, oh, you know, she's here. Like, even after all this stress and everything, she is actually here now. And then they told Janika, you can go with when they go clean her. They cleaned her, they were sewing me up, they were pushing stuff back and all that. Obviously I didn't feel anything because I was numbed. Anyways, yeah, they gave me my baby. They sent me to the recovery room. So normally when you get the C-section, you need to stay in the hospital for like 3 days to heal, and then they send you home. So that was what's gonna happen. They gave me my baby, and then they said, we're gonna send you to this other room where you're gonna heal with other people that also went through C-section and stuff like that. For 3 days after that, we will discharge you, which means I was supposed to be discharged this Saturday. Anyways, we go. The Friday, everything's fine. I'm chilling with these nice people in the room. They are so sweet. This one girl I met, her name was Jessie. Super sweet. She was next to me when I got my baby, and she was before me for my C-section. Like, our children was born a few minutes apart. Anyways, yeah, we get there. Now the Friday, I'm there the Thursday, the Friday, they tell me, no, Nayola have jaundice. I'm like, why didn't you guys tell me that the Thursday? Like, you were looking at my child the whole Thursday and stuff like that. You guys also not explaining to me what is jaundice. You're just telling me stuff and saying that, oh no, you have high blood. Oh no, you have this. Oh no, you have that. But you're not explaining to me what each and everything of these things are. Like, I don't know anything. Anyway, they say she have jaundice. They say, no, you're gonna have to stay longer now, Paula. You can't go home anymore Saturday. We're gonna have to put your child under the lights Saturday. So I couldn't go home. That girl, Jessie, that I was with, she went down the Saturday. I had to go to our other room and go sit with my child under the lights. And that's where the postpartum cuck started, like where I was depressed and stressing and stuff. Because I don't know, like something's wrong with my child now, and I didn't expect that to happen. First it was me with my high blood, and my high blood got under control and everything. Then I was gonna get discharged, but now something's wrong with my child. We go to the room, hulle sit my in 'n koue kamer. That room, that ward where we were in was so cold. Now the room where I was in with that ladies was fine, everything was fine. But the other room they put me in for was now the lights, for the blue lights for the jaundice and stuff like that, was so cold. And the other single rooms was just so cold. Someone's child died because of the coldness of that room, and that could give me more anxiety, because I was like, what if that happens to my child? Anyways, we laying, she's laying, she was laying, and I was like, that I was getting scolded out constantly now, because Naola is that type of baby where she cries, and her cries is not like yes, no, it's that uit die keel, uit die alles uit her like that. And that cries now where she don't breathe. She cries and then she pauses, and there's no breathing and stuff, and then she, like, imagine hearing that for hours. And she was a skin to skin baby, like she liked the contact and all of that. And as soon as I put her in the basket where she must be for the lights to fall onto her, then she started with that crying. And then I tell the sisters, like, you guys also aren't here like being saying, mommy, no, you're gonna have to, mommy, no, you guys are scaling me out and saying, no, you keep taking the baby out, you're gonna stay longer, you have to keep the baby. I'm like, but she's crying. And I was also concerned about the people on the floor. I'm like, isn't my baby annoying other people, because her cries is loud and it's like stressful and stuff. And they're like, no. And then until the nice sister came in, and she was like, sorry mevrou, ek sê gaan moen jou kind hier los. Ek verstaan, is nie nice om te hoor jou kind huil so nie. En ek weet, het is seer en so. But and guys, I was crying. I was sobbing and crying. And every time when I cry, these people come take my blood pressure. Then my blood pressure is high. And then it's just the issue of the issue. Finally, Nayola is late. They say, okay, her jaundice is dropping. Then these people said, okay, no, now you have a heart problem. Your heart is beating too fast and your blood pressure is under control now. It's a bit high, but it's not that high like it was before, but your pulse is beating too fast and it's concerning us. We think you have a blood clot on your lungs, and that's making me stress more, and it's making me cry, because I'm like, I was going to be discharged, and then something was wrong with my baby. Now something's wrong with me again, and now I was stressing. But then Nayola was out under the lights. Her jaundice was fine, but then it was now me the focus regarding my pulse beating too fast. Like my heartbeat was constantly over 100. And what is so funny, at the hospital they told me, if your heartbeat is over 100, it means it's not right, it's irregular, and all of this. They didn't explain into depth about anything. They were just like, no, that is not normal. And they kept giving me things, like injecting me. I know the one was to thin my blood and stuff like that, but no one explained that to me. I had to ask a lady to be like, why is this happening? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this constantly? Like, what is happening? What are you giving me? And stuff. So they said, no, Paula, you have to stay longer now. Your baby is discharged. She doesn't have jaundice anymore. It's below average now, so she can go home and all this, but you need to stay right now. And then I was like, crying. So the constant crying was also just making me flippin' stressful. Then besides the heart thing, then I started getting hot. I started overheating. My body temperature was over the limit, and I was doing this thing. It's warm now, and I'm getting cold, and I was shivering like I was doing it. And they were saying, no girl, this now means that you have an infection somewhere in your body. That's why you're shivering and overheating like that, and you have the heart issue right now. And they were like, we're going to send you to scans, and we're going to give you stuff for the infection we assume you have, but we don't know where is it. We must now take blood to see where it is, and all this. More stress, more crying, because I'm like, it's niet die hele tijd iets is fout. Then they sent me to the scans, and the scans took like 2-3 days. Like, and you must now know when they do something, like if they take your blood now, you only get the results the next day. If they take the scans now, you only get the results the next day. I do the scans, I do the things and all that. And this one scan I had to do required me to leave my baby alone for 5 hours with strangers. And that also had me say, I was like, yeah, maar ek weet hoe my kind hy lelike huil. Like, are they managing that? Are they taking that? Can they handle that and stuff like that? Like, aren't they getting angry at my baby for crying like that and stuff like that? And they actually did, because the one sister did message the one that was escorting us for our scan, saying, yo, this one girl is crying a lot. And then she was saying in Kozani, that's now of girl babies and stuff. And so I asked her, that's my baby you're talking about? And she's like, yeah, your baby is crying. So I say, no, why aren't you telling me this? Why are you skinning, thinking that I don't understand what you are saying? But nevertheless, and then that just made me stress more. So we went for the ECG, where they check my heart rate. While I'm stressed, because my baba Salim and Anna Mensa gave my ECG, which is the heart scan, heart maneuver thingy. They said it was too high. It was 118, very high. So yeah. And then the next day I went for a x-ray scan, where they scan my lungs and to see where the clot is and all this. So they told me the results will be in the next day. They come the next day, they tell me, no, you're gonna have to redo that scans again. That 5-hour scans nonsense, you're gonna have to redo it again. And so I told that doctor, sorry, respectfully, I feel like me staying here is making me more sicker, and it's making me stress, and it's mentally not good for me, and it's making me hate just this whole experience right now. Can I please go home? Can you discharge me? And then he was like, yeah, we can do that. You have your right to leave and all that. But then the sisters was like treating me cuck, because I'm discharging myself, and I understand the risk that had of me discharging myself, not knowing what is actually wrong with me. And I told them, look here, I feel like this whole heartbeat situation, my high blood was fine. It was just the heartbeat and the overheating and shivering situation. I told them, look, I feel like I have a kidney infection, because like I said, during my pregnancy I had UTIs, I had infection in my pee, I had all of those issues. So I told them, look, yeah, my incision, my wound is fine, there's no infection in my wound. They checked me, but they don't know where the infection is at. And I'm telling them, look, yeah, the infection is in my kidney, I have a pee problem, I have a pee situation, please check the kidney, or please listen to me. So like, no, we're gonna first need to wait for your blood results. Die any blood results vat ons hoe so baie dae to kom, and that means me staying there longer. So then I told him, nah, look here, I told the doctor, no, look here, can you please discharge me? I want to go home. And that was the 26th. So I've been in the hospital for 10 days. And I was like, nah, bruh, I can't endure another. And that was like, obviously they're not going to do the scans over the weekend. That meant the Monday I'm only going to do the scans, which means I'm only going to get the results the Tuesday. And what if there is something, then it means I must stay again longer there. I was like, oh, fuck, no, I am not doing this. So I told him, okay, can you please discharge me? And then this one sister was like, yeah, you wanna, all of them now, I signed the thing saying that I want to be discharged, and if something happened to me, Tigerbug is not liable. If I die or whatever, it's not their fault, because I chose to be discharged or whatever. And then this one sister was like, yeah, you want to be discharged, but you're still laying on our beds, you must get up. I'm like, sister, I must get my wound cleaned and stuff like that. This other sister comes, she opened my wound, she checked me, she hurt me in my mood, and then she left my wound open. I'm just lying there for 2 hours with an open wound, which can also get infected, and no one is doing everything. Everyone is just walking past. So I call this one sister, I'm like, okay, now where's the person that's supposed to clean or close me or whatever? She's like, no, she's coming now. 2 ure later toe kos sy. What if that wound also got infected with the infection that they also searching for? Do you understand? Yeah, the lady came, she cleaned my wound, whatever. They tell me, you please pack up your stuff, go to room 7, you're gonna get discharged, wada. Then I'm supposed to, the doctor prescribed me antibiotics for the infection situation, and then he said you're supposed to get your pills and everything, then you can go home. I get to the room where all the people, when you get discharged, you go there with your baby and everything. I tell them, look, you're sorry, I'm a university student. I'm also going to need like a note to say that I've been in the hospital for the past 10 days because I missed out on tests and assignments. They tell me, sorry, we can't give you that because you discharged yourself, so we can't assist you. I'm like, okay, I understand you can't give me proof of discharging me, but can you give me like a sick note or something? They're like, okay, go till there, but you must leave your baby. I leave my baby there, I go to the admissions, and I go ask for them to give me the sick note. I come there, they tell me, no, we're not going to give you the sick note. You must go back to where you were. And ek huil nog, en ek huil. I come back. My baby, I left my baby in this room 7. I come back there, my baby's not in that room. My baby's in the hallway with no one's looking at after my baby. My clothes and my stuff and my phone and my laptop and stuff like that is sitting there in with my baby, and she's just there in the hallway. And they have this thing where they steal babies. So I was like, that just made me stress, man. It just gave me more reason to just wanna go home. Anyways, I get there, they do my whole thing, the discharging, what. I asked them, okay, now where's my pills? They said, okay, we're gonna go fetch your pills. Ik sit daar van 3 uur af. Ik sit. 4 uur, hulle sê vir my nie, die pharmacy is toe, ons kan nie vir jou pille mee gee nie. That's as the sister tell me, you're not supposed to get pills at all because you discharge yourself. I'm like, no, but the doctor prescribed me to get pills, to get the antibiotics for the thingy. She's like, no, well, the pharmacy is closed, we can't give you anything, please, you must leave now. And there I cry again. I get there, I tell my father was there to help me. I get there, I tell him, look, they gave me no pills, they gave me nothing, they just give me this green book, there's no letter, there's no nothing. When I go to the clinic, I have no proof to show that I was actually a tiger bug and I just gave birth and this. I get there, my father's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna take this. You at least need to get pain tablets or something because you got a C-section, you're gonna be in pain. My father stormed in there. He went downstairs to complain and stuff, and then they phoned up and they said, even the security that opened the gates for us, she was like, go, where's your other stuff, where's your letters and stuff and your pills? And I'm like, no, they gave me nothing. They're telling me because I discharged myself, I can't get those things. But on the paper, on the system, that says I'm supposed to get these things. And then the security is like, she went to the sister, to that same sister that was the whole time rude. I still remember her face. And then the sister tell her, no, she discharged herself, so we can't help her with anything. Her discharging herself is what's causing her limitations to get anything. Yes, I understand fully that what I'm doing is it's my own fault, but that doesn't mean that you should treat me bad for choosing my mental health over all of this. You understand? Yes, I know the consequences. If something is actually wrong with me and I do die or whatever, I get that, but I'm taking that risk. Anyways, my father told me, he's like, no, give at least something. So when my father went in and scolded with that people, they gave me pain tablets and was now iron tablets and all of that stuff. And then we went home. Then now I'm currently at home. I'm not supposed to be. Actually, Kukal said you probably would have still been in the hospital right now. And I was measuring my body temperature. That shivering and overheating and stuff like that, when I was at home, it wasn't happening. I still had the pain, which I told them is on my right side, and I feel like it's a kidney infection. I still had that pain. My blood pressure, obviously I can't take that. I couldn't measure that, but I could measure my pulse. My pulse, when I was measuring it, was always 105. I go to the clinic because Nayola, I came home the Friday. And then the Monday night, I had a clinic appointment. I go to the clinic, they do all the things, they take my blood pressure, the normal things, was now what I had to do when I was pregnant. Now I see on the thing it says 105. Now I tell the lady, oh, is that still high? No, it's very high, like my pulse is beating very high, my heart is beating fast. She's like, no, why are you saying that? I'm like, no, because they told me at the hospital if my heartbeat is over 100, it's abnormal and something is wrong with me. She's like, no, normal heartbeats, it's 90 to 110, but it shouldn't be over 120. So I'm like, but my heartbeat was never like that. Why did they tell me that in the hospital? She's like, no, your heartbeat is normal, your blood pressure is normal, everything is fine with you. Let's check your pee. Then they checked my pee, and then they said in my pee is infection. And then I went to the lady, the lady that was helping me during the pregnancy, that also saw that I had constant UTIs. She said, look, Paula, I saw your video on YouTube and how you were saying about your stay and you leaving and all of that. She said, yeah, I feel like it was a bad decision for you to do all of that, but I understand that. I feel like that just because of the lack of communication there, the fact that they didn't explain to you certain things and all of that, and making you stress, I get that, but I still feel like you should have stayed, because you don't know if you really do have the blood clot or all of that and all that. And I told her, sorry, I don't feel like I have any of that. I just feel like I have an infection, and this kidney infection caused all of this unnecessary symptoms, and they just exaggerated it and did all this, which made me stress even more. And then she said, okay, look here, I'm gonna take your pee and I'm gonna send it to the people so they can check what's in your pee, so I can know what to give you regarding you, like what's in your pee, since you're saying that it's an infection and you have pain on your right side and this. So she said, come back the Friday, then I'm gonna give you your results. I come back now this Friday, I went to her. She said, Paula, you had extreme infection, by infection. She showed me, I don't know what was in my pee, but there was 4,000 of that in my pee, which shows that I had severe infection in my kidneys and stuff. So she said that explains the whole you shivering and this and also why you had pain on your right side. And I was like, that's exactly what I was telling the people at the hospital, but they didn't listen to me and stuff. And then she gave me stuff pills and all of that for the to clear up the urine. She told me to drink more water, to drink cranberry, and she gave me pain tablets also and stuff. And that was for while I've been taking this, it's been helping a lot. Since Monday I've been taking the pain tablets, the Brufens and stuff. The pain is gone. And then Friday she gave me the yellow tablets for the pee and infection and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me now. I'm at home. I don't feel sick, I don't feel stressed, I don't have headaches, I don't have all of that nonsense I had in the hospital, and I just feel fine. And I feel like they must say that Tigerbug sometimes uses people as guinea pigs for things, to test out new stuff on them, or to use people as patients for students' exams and stuff. I fully believe that theory, because what do you mean students are doing things on us that a doctor is supposed to be doing on us? And I feel like that's also why my scan went wrong, because a student did it while the doctor was talking to someone else. But I'm not here to badmouth any people or the staff or whatever, but just that one specific nurse that was very, very rude. I don't know her name, I don't know anyone, but I did meet a few nice people in the hospital, a few nice nurses and stuff like that. And you know what is so funny now? At the last few days, now there's one nurse, 3 of the nurses figured out that I'm an influencer, and then they were like, "You are gonna talk about us on TikTok and on YouTube." I'm like, I'm gonna talk about you, because the fact that you even feel guilty for the fact that I'm gonna speak about shows that you can see that what you guys are doing or treating me or whatever is wrong. But nevertheless, that is the story. I'm really sorry for taking so long. I just never had time because I've been juggling with university, and I'm supposed to be concerned because I won't get DP for missing my tutorials, and I missed a lot of tutorials in that 10 days. I missed a lot of things and assignments in that 10 days, and I don't have any proof to show that I actually was in the hospital for that 10 days. So I don't know if my lecturers gonna understand, if my tutors gonna understand. But I'm going back to uni now the 9th because I have a test. Then I'm gonna go to each and every course's lecture and go explain to them. If they have sympathy for me, thank God for that. If not, then I don't know what am I gonna do, because that's gonna make me fail the year for missing all of that tutorials and stuff like that. But we're gonna have faith, as if this is for me, university is for me, and me passing this year is for me. Dan sal die Here het so uitlei for my, you understand? Same applies with next year. If third year is gonna be what I'm supposed to do, and it works out, then it will work out. I'm not gonna stress myself over that, you know. I'm gonna just do what I can do. So yeah, that's basically the story. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I'm not here to badmouth the staff of Tigerbug. I really understand the situation there. It's a understaffed place, under-resourced place, but I just feel like the people that are there, they could just do a better job in helping patients, in explaining to them each and every process. And for all, I don't know anything about the baby or pregnancy or anything. I don't know what's jaundice or preeclampsia or flipping, whatever the hell you guys are giving me. Explain it to me, you know, so I can know. But yeah, I'm at home. Ons bid vir die Here. Ek bly gesond, ek bly okay. My babytjie is okay. And yeah, that's the story. But don't forget to like and subscribe. If you watch till the end, or if you have a similar experience, please do share your experience below. I will read it. I will show sympathy towards you, because I really it's not nice to be in a hospital and to go through that, especially if it's your first pregnancy and baby. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and much love. Leave a heart, subscribe, and see you guys on my next video.